Good morning. It is Baby Friday.
It is. Yay.
I know. I'm so excited. You're with Heidi and Colette on this fine Thursday, September the 23rd, 2021. We are 24 hours into our vaccination certification.
Yes.
Did you go anywhere last night and experience a holdup?
No.
No?
No.
Well, you're a bylaw officer.
I am. That's right. They tremble when I come through the door.
I would tremble.
No.
You would be really good at that, checking, where's your vaccination?
I don't think I would because I don't.
I know you're not down for it.
I have a problem with it, so I don't think I'd be the right one to enforce.
Well, you know who's the right one to enforce is our weather specialist, Craig Huckerby, because he's always right with the weather. What's going on today, Craig? Please let us know.
Well, if you needed any more evidence that we are now into fall, just step outside because that will give you an idea where we are. We are having a very miserable looking Thursday. I'll let you know that for sure because it's going to be eventually very windy, very cold, and very wet. So we'll take a look at the radar and show you what is going on. We have all that rain to our east, and you're saying, oh, well, it's to the east, it must have passed. No, it's going to be coming back to us because the low pressure system is pulling all this moisture into it, and that low pressure system is pretty much going to be sitting right over top of us later on today, and you will definitely feel it because we will see those rain showers, some of them heavy, some of them light. It's going to be misty, drizzly day, and throw in some very stiff northerly winds. It's just not going to be a pretty day. We'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast if you want to see that. We have a little bit of well, mainly cloudy skies now. The sun is there. It's trying to peek out, but it's not going to last because those clouds are going to fill in pretty quickly this morning and into our afternoon, and they're going to turn into showers and drizzle, and that's when the winds are going to be picking up as well. So not a very nice day. You're definitely going to need a jacket if you're going out today, and we have some cool temperatures for the next couple of days to tell you about. We'll do that in the 3-day forecast coming up. Right now, let's send it back to the girls.
No, we are throwing back to you again. Like, I'm not.
I do not accept that.
15 degrees and rainy? Mike's wearing shorts today. Well, whatever. I mean, it's freezing.
In defiance. In defiance.
You know who should get ready to pick an outfit? I think an orange jumpsuit is what's required for Dan Gray this weekend.
Yep, yep.
Big Brothers, Big Sisters issues warrant for one of On TV's own. Is
That's right. That's right.
You
Dan?
wrote this article.
Well, I wrote it collaboratively.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan Gray. We're not really sure, what aspect of his past, what act, what investigative action has resulted in this. However, Dan will be hauled off to one of the Big Brother, Big Sister of Sault Ste. Marie appointed jail areas.
He looks ticked.
We have actually posted links to this article on the website, so if you want to make a contribution, you can make a contribution to either liberate him or to keep him in, and I was interviewed as part of the article, and, the staff, we're kind of split.
We are.
As to whether or not we're going to contribute to liberate him, to keep him in confinement. I did have to speak plainly. I mean, his chronic pairing of socks with sandals is always a little bit of a challenge.
Oh my gosh.
No, but Dan and I have discussed it, so it's okay. So anyway, we're still, kind of working through those differences of opinions, and we'll let you know. But in the meantime, if you wish to make a contribution, please do so by accessing the article that is posted and clicking on the relevant links.
I just want to pull a quote.
Let us know which direction your money is in favor of. So
I want to pull a quote. I'm just looking for it, and I think you know what quote it is. Oh, here it is. It's from one Heidi Ibany. While it is true that Dan is an integral part of the team, we are all very community-minded, and sometimes find his pairing of socks, right? Very bothersome. We are currently embroiled in a debate. What? I can't even do it.
Zesty debate.
Anyways, his girl Amy said to keep him in, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Well, when the spouse says keep him in, can we fall in line?
No, we have to stick with the sisters. Now there is a clear winner in our local election, and
It's
that
true.
is Terry Sheehan. I feel like we need the
It's
Mike,
true.
the can applause. We were waiting for that. Anyways, Terry Sheehan has been elected back in for our member of parliament. Liberals, as you know, fared fairly well. I'm going to talk a little bit about the election. They actually said the voters' turnout was one of the worst in all the elections. Well, I don't know how far back they went, but they did compare it to going back to about 30 years.
Wow. Well, I
So-
mean, yeah, pandemic fatigue is what I will say.
I think, doesn't matter what I think.
Of course it matters.
It's, just, all the mail-in votes are now finally coming in. But for Sault Ste. Marie, Terry Sheehan is the victor in a local election. Terry was also the parliamentary assistant to the Northern Development and Mines Minister. However, part of FedNor as well, and created a lot of opportunities here. So,
Okay, well,
congratulations,
Good.
Terry and team.
Congratulations, Terry. Yes.
I thought you wanted to talk more about election stuff. Kidding.
No.
No.
No. I'm done with the election.
You're zesty today.
Am I? Oh no, not again. I spent the whole day yesterday being zesty.
It's okay.
I need another word. Actually, yesterday was snidey. I was a little bit on the feist. So
She needs
okay.
that 4 o'clock
Okay.
six-pack.
Well, let's talk about what was happening on Pine Street.
Oh my God, what happened again? I know.
Well, there was a suspicious parcel, so there have been multiple updates since then. So the original story indicated that, in response to this suspicious parcel, there was a heavy police presence in the 700 block of Pine Street.
Okay.
Of officers evacuating people who were in close proximity. People should be sheltering in place, avoiding windows, doors, and balconies. So the most recent update from the police said that as a result of the call, members of the Explosive Disposal Unit, the EDU, Patrol Service Investigation Services, and the Emergency Services Unit were called in to secure the area to continue the investigation. However, upon further examination, officers did discover that the items inside the suspicious package were road flares, and there was no threat to public safety. So the situation is now all resolved. Traffic in the area moving normally, but I guess it was quite a scene, a drone in the air, all sorts of stuff going on. They take suspicious parcels very seriously, and so they should.
Did you say road flares? Road flares, eh?
Yeah, road flares. Yeah, well, I mean, in the wrong hands, those can be very dangerous, so.
Absolutely. Let's just skip over. There was a collision yesterday, though, that Dan let us know about with a motorhome and a transport truck. So 2 very heavy machinery going head-to-head on Highway 17. And this occurred north near White River, Ontario. You'll see on your screen here a reader, or a viewer, we should say. Right? They can be an online viewer, on TV, Heidi Klett viewer. At present, the highway... I'm just saying. When this was posted, the highway would still remain open. The collision involved the transport truck and the motorhome. A short video sent to Sue Online from a viewer. We're going to go with the viewer.
A viewer.
Shows the motorhome in the ditch. There has been no word on how many people were involved. Sources from the scene say multiple injuries have been reported, but we haven't been able to confirm that at the time that we did publish this.
Okay.
So we will remain by, we're unsure unless we receive facts from the communications person at Police Services. We can load it and we'll update you for sure. Terrible accidents going on.
Yes. Be careful when you're driving. Be careful.
Yeah.
The roads are only going to get slipperier. And I really struggle sometimes with the number of accidents that take place on a relatively straight highway throughout the summer when the roads are clear. So be careful. Don't be distracted. Pay attention. And take good care of yourselves.
What she said. Now also, there's going to be possibly a tire shortage, which will play into winter tires.
Okay.
And that was a great transition. That just happened. We didn't even script that. But what we did script is the schedule today from Heidi. So we will be back to talk about how ADSB is honoring National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, which is coming up on September 30th. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
just once in a while at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
First Local, supported by James Seton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. You are here with Colette and Heidi. It is Baby Friday, therefore Thursday, September the 23rd. 2 days into the first phase of the mandated vaccination certification program.
And 1 week into full week in school, and they have a PA day tomorrow.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, like we don't have enough. We're just going to chain our two up together.
That's
Serve them
right.
some hot dogs.
Bring them to work. All
Oh
right.
yeah, by the way, it's Bring Your Kids to Work Day, Bruce. What about COVID numbers? What's going on locally, provincially yesterday? I know.
Nothing new since the three that were reported the day was it yesterday? Maybe the day before. Anyway,
I don't know,
the
what day is
point
it
is,
today?
overnight, nothing new has been confirmed. Provincially, let me see here. There they are. Provincially, yesterday saw what was the smallest daily increase of cases that the province has seen since August 17th. First time the province has reported fewer than 500 cases since August 24th. Health, what are you laughing at,
Oh, I
Mike?
stuck my gum on a piece of paper.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Everybody
All right.
now knows that I just did that. but-
Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Health Minister Christine Elliott did say that 332 of the new cases are in individuals who are not fully vaccinated or have an unknown vaccination status. Why do they even say that?
What? Say
If
it
they're
again?
allowing people to,
tell me.
to protect their privacy and not disclose their vaccination status,
right. Yeah.
I don't even understand why that's relevant to what they're posting. You know what I mean? Like, why say this many, Anyway, what I will say
Good cup, bad
is
cup
that, 332 of the new cases are in individuals who are not fully vaccinated. I'm no longer going to report on people who choose to protect their privacy.
Okay.
The rolling 7-day average has dipped now below 700 for the first time in September, now sitting at 692. Over to you.
I thought you were going to swear at me. Over to you. That sounded like a...
Yes.
Keep it classy,
Yes.
San Francisco.
That's right. That's right.
Well, what else can I say about that? I mean, Ford did address the province yesterday with regards to the vaccination certification. We all know the ins and outs of that. Sometimes I feel like I'm just Groundhog Day. Oh, there he is. Look at. What picture would you use that for?
I would say self-satisfied. I would say just this side of jubilant. Look at him. He's beaming.
Listen, he has
Aw,
little bags
look at
under
this
his
little
eyes.
grin.
He's got a smile.
Well, sure. He was probably up all night wringing his hands in anxiety over the pending results in Sault Ste. Marie. Who's it going to go to? Who's it going to go to? Do you know that our undetermined winner locally actually made global news?
Yeah.
CTV news. Sault Ste. Marie's been on the map, man. CBC,
Well,
Mike is saying in my ear.
You know why they're on the map? Because there's this morning show that people tune into, and
Wait, are there any other morning shows?
There
in
are
the
not.
city? There are
No,
not.
there
There
are not
are
any
not.
shows.
Inaugural, yes.
That was so shameful. Okay, so let's move on to the ADSB, which is the acronym, Steve Childs, if you're watching, for the district school board here, the Algoma District School Board. They're honoring National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. Now, federally, this is a recognized day,
Okay.
such as Remembrance Day. So it's not listed as a stat. It is listed as I don't know what category they're falling in, not sure, but will be commemorating the day and will be known to wear orange on that day. Yeah, I don't have any orange, so we need to do that. So wear orange on June 30th, please, or September 30th, and take the time to go educate yourself and your children on this day.
Yeah.
You would go to a cenotaph if it was Remembrance Day.
Okay.
You know, just take the day, you know?
Yeah.
Don't just go shopping and take the day off and let the kids sleep in. That's my little rant today, but it's done with love and everything. So but schools and other board buildings will fly their flags at half-mast on this day, as they should, for the entire week.
Okay.
They are encouraging students and staff, especially those in grades 5 through to 12, to access virtual presentations being offered all week by the National Center for Truth. See, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Sending videos out to the kids at certain ages. Send them to the adults too. Again, in June of this year, the ADSB reaffirmed their commitment to Indigenous partners and reconciliation following the horrific news that spread across the world. They committed that time. They are committing more time to valuing their partnerships and fruit and bringing relationships back together and honoring the day. So wear orange and do something worthy on that day. Over to you.
Good.
Over to you.
Over to me. All right. Well, I will squeak in a little bit of local mischief. Crime. There was a man charged with possession of property attained by crime. So this had to do with an occurrence on the 18th, which was, I think, Saturday.
The 20th was Monday, 19th was Sunday.
So yeah, so Saturday the 18th.
Good job, Heidi.
I know, right?
You're good with numbers.
Saturday the 8th. I'm what?
Good with dates. Numbers.
Yes.
SIN numbers. She's
Those
crazy
kind of
weird with license numbers. She really is. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Well, it's my chronic aversion
It's
to
a
math.
weird day today.
Just keep myself always aware of those numbers. Okay. So September 18th, which was Saturday, we have determined it was Saturday. Officers with patrol services charged 33-year-old Carlin Armstrong with possession of property obtained by crime. So around 10 after 12 in the afternoon, officers responded to a call of a break and enter in progress in the 800 block of Lake Street. So upon arrival, officers determined a man had stolen
What?
security cameras from the exterior of the residence, but did not enter the residence.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A short time later, officers located a man matching the description from the incident on Lake Street in the area of Paladin Avenue.
Patch.
There it is.
I don't know.
Officers identified the accused and laid charges, later released on an appearance notice, scheduled to appear in court on November 8th. Okay. So, you know, if we analyze that just for a minute, it's broad daylight. You're going to walk up to a security camera, so they're going to have your face like this close. And you're going to take the security camera.
But he didn't go inside.
Well, he took the cameras.
So they found him hours later, but yet he still had the stolen merchandise.
Well, sure. Who wanted it?
I mean, dump it. Like, store it. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute to commercial. Okay.
Well, how do you move that? Even you go to a pawn shop, you know, they're going to ask you questions. I got these security cameras.
Okay, listen, if you're going to commit a crime, have it planned out before. Have that
done. Don't do it in the broad daylight. Like, come on. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a criminal, but I'm just saying, like...
You stole my heart. And with that, we need a commercial because that was overly cheesy for a Baby Friday. When we come back, we're going to talk about stuff.
Yes.
What kind of stuff? You've got factoids. We're going to do some social media.
Yeah, I got some factoids. Some kind of neat ones, too.
And I did a couple videos yesterday. You're hilarious. A couple videos yesterday that we're going to show at the end of the show.
Okay.
Show at the end of the show.
Terrible. Oh, the interviews. Yeah, you interviewed some cool people yesterday.
I did. I interviewed you and me. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
First Local.
Supported by
Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Welcome back. It is Thursday, September 23rd. There are a few family members that I need to shout out, but we'll wait to social media.
Okay.
You're with Heidi and Colette on this fine baby Friday. Around 7:30 p.m. last night, I hope you looked outside and you looked up. One of the most beautiful sunsets I have seen in a very long time. And actually, I do have some pictures, so producer Mike, you'll be receiving them momentarily. It was beautiful, Heidi. Now, Heidi doesn't look to the west because she doesn't care.
No, I look to the west. I just don't really
you don't
go
to the west. I'm in the west. Anyways, it was very beautiful. So if you have any pictures, Joseph Bertrand, he always has some nice pictures. I wonder if you caught.
No, he sent me some pictures. Because we were talking about just some work, some business stuff. But, he did send some pictures. He takes some really nice ones.
He really does.
Yeah, he does a lot of walking. I went on a walk last night. I haven't walked like pretty much all summer long. Like last summer, I took the summer off to drink heavily.
Summer Heidi and
Yes,
Colette.
but now it's September and things are serious, and I have to get back on the cardio because.
How serious are things? Can I still pick your nose? Okay. Where do you want to go to? We have a lot of community stuff.
A lot of community stuff. We'll start with the city inviting nominations for the Sports Hall of Fame. So the committee then, the Sports Hall of Fame Selection Committee is pleased to announce that nominations are now being accepted for the 2021 induction into the Sault Ste. Marie Sports Hall of Fame. Public is invited to nominate individuals and or teams in the following categories: athlete, coach, builder, and team.
Okay.
So the deadline for nominations is 4:30 on Friday, October the 8th. Nomination forms and eligibility criteria are available. Are available online at saultstmarie.ca/nomination. Packages are also available at the Community Development and Enterprise Services Office on Foster Drive or by calling 705-759-5310.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes.
My computer is frozen, and so that means it's time to come back to me. So,
what? While we're doing the community stuff, why don't I just hit?
Okay.
Apparently, September and the fall is a popular time for local organizations to do their fundraising events.
Yeah.
So Colette, in your reads yesterday, you hit quite a few of them.
I did.
There are so many that we're going to break them up over 2 days to make sure that everybody gets their due. So today we are highlighting Spreading the Warmth, the Big Blue Food Drive, as well as Glambition. So starting with Glambition, this has to do with Pauline's Place in observance of Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week. So they are organizing Glambition, which is a community event to emphasize the alarming rate at which homelessness is spreading in our community and to raise funds in support of Pauline's Place's day-to-day operations. So multiple community organizations coming together to help Pauline's Place observe Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Week, celebrate the community as one. So they're calling local artists and organizations to put their name in for the event. The event is to take place on Saturday, November 20th at 6 p.m. The entry is by donation, and the minimum donation is $10 a head.
Great.
Okay.
5 minutes.
I just want to talk quickly about the soup kitchen. Every year they do this really cool overnight fundraiser, and Sue Online. Oh, I just wheeled backwards. Sue Online does usually. I know it's like this. Sue Online participates. Trina always. You have to build your own type of little thing that blocks you from the wind because it's pretty cold. And when I first started here 2 years ago, which is going to be 2 years next week, by the way, Trina's like, oh yeah, we have the sleepover. And I'm like, I don't tent. I wear heels and I don't do cold. So I got a little scared, but I really do want to do it. It is a virtual event this year, so you can camp out at home. But the Great Soup Kitchen Sleepover is on November the 5th, so please mark your calendars. Do what you can to help the Soup Kitchen and donate.
Yeah,
That's it.
well, that's it. Sure.
What else can you say?
4 minutes to commercial, I can say that.
What about Saturday's big blue box thing?
Yeah, the big blue box. So this St. Vincent's Place, which is a personal cause for me. I've done a lot of work with Nat Cicelli, who's the executive director. They are holding their 11th annual Big Blue Food Drive, and they would really love to see the streets completely lined with donations.
Yeah.
So how it works is, if you are wanting to donate, all you need to do is to put your non-perishable goods in any box or bag at your curb by 10 a.m. on Saturday. That's all you need to do. Their team of volunteers who will have St. Vincent Place magnets on the side of their cars. They'll be driving around, they'll be picking it up. And correspondingly, they're saying that helping fight hunger has never been easier. So every donation they collect will be used in the food bank, which helps to feed more than 2,000 local families every year. And although they are on track for this number to be, although they are projecting that this number will increase significantly. So donations will also support Lunches for Learning program, which we have talked about, which helps more than 100 local families in need with school lunches.
Okay. Another posting by Dan Gray yesterday with regards to a building housing local rental office was evacuated. Where are we going back over to here? Sorry. It is unclear if they're like about the package.
Yeah, that
What
package,
is going
yeah.
on with Pine Street? I just realized it's all happening in the same area.
Yeah, it's all happening on Pine Street. I mean, like right in that area of, food basics, and kind of up from that, all of these events, like, with the unfortunate, the shooting. So yeah, there's been a lot of activity in that area for sure.
I was just going to speak to that. That police officer who was shot, Ryan, is an exceptional hockey player. He is for Sault College, and he was in D1 hockey. Yeah, so we will be updating you on that as well.
Okay.
What else can we talk to? I just keep seeing this picture of Dan.
Yes, Dan, we're talking
It's
about
hilarious. Okay, what are you talking
What are
about
you
in my
saying,
ear?
Mike?
I don't know. It's
Oh, we've got Dan's voice.
Okay, well, we're going to throw to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we've got some social media, some factoids. And I'm going to pull some jokes because I think Heidi needs to laugh. What do you think?
I'm fine.
Oh, and you know what? Let's throw out a poll question. Do you think we should keep Dan in jail, or should we apply the money to get him out? You tell us. Oh, man, I can't wait to see these results. We'll be right back.
Okay, and black is up. All right.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
Family owned and operated, AG Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. AG Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. AG Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
And VMix is coming in now. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 2.
Good morning. Welcome back. It is Baby Friday, Thursday, September the 23rd. Do you know that Christmas is 3 months around the corner? I know you hate when people say that. My birthday's 4 months around the corner. Your birthday's 1 month. We could go on because there's dates for everything.
I've unfriended people for that. I hate that countdown.
Can you do the breaking noise? Breaking news noise. We have breaking news. We do. Dan has just called in to let us know there is a collision on Second Line and Cooper Street.
Okay.
There are two vehicles. The traffic is slowed down to a grinding halt. So avoid the area. And anybody in the West End, well, Heidi won't be in the West End, but
No.
avoid the area, Second Line and Cooper. We don't have any more details than that. I don't know the severity. Just know that there is a collision and the traffic is slowed.
So build some extra time into your
Yes.
commute.
Commute. It kills me. It's not a commute, as you say, Marie. Okay, Craig, now, should we need to commute or should we want to make weekend plans?
Yes.
Am I packing a bikini or am I packing a snowsuit? Let me know.
Thank you very much. And man, are we in for a miserable looking Thursday. We'll show you why. This is the satellite loop going on, and you can see this whole stream of moisture. This is a Gulf Stream moisture, so it's laden with rain. That is being pulled into a low pressure system that's just going to be spinning here. So all of this is going to be spinning around once it gets here. It should arrive sometime this afternoon, and when it arrives, it's going to stick around for most of our day into our night. We'll take a look at the radar, show you just how close that rain is. So here it is right here. A lot of rain, heavy showers here. We're not anticipating the heavy showers, but we are anticipating prolonged light showers, drizzle, and mist for most of our day. But to add things into that, we're going to throw in some pretty strong northerly winds, keeping our day very, very chilly and wet. Temperatures highs for today is 12 degrees, 13 in Wawa, 12 in Timmins, and 13 in Sudbury. Warm spot is Thunder Bay because they're not into this mess here. They're seeing basically high pressure and some nice sunny skies there. Same story with Wawa, actually. They're seeing some sun. Let's take a look now at the systems map for today, and this is it. So you can see, just follow the stream all the way up into this low pressure system, and as that low pressure system, it's going to be a slow mover too, tracks towards northeast, it's still going to be wrapping around all this moisture. So anticipate a very ugly looking Thursday. This is what we look like for the next 3 days. For today, there's clouds and showers and extremely windy conditions. 12 degrees. It's not going to feel like 12 degrees with that wind once it kicks up. 14 degrees for your day on Friday. We're still going to be sticking around with some showers for most of our day before they exit the area Friday night. And then Saturday, we have a mix of sun and cloud, and we still have some lingering showers into our day Saturday, but temperatures are trying to bump up to 15 degrees. We will continue to see those temperatures kind of nudge up over the next couple of days into next week, where we're playing with some 18-degree temperatures, but we still have some rain to tell you about next week as well. That is your weather right now. We're going to send it right back to Studio A.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that, and I don't like the weather forecast. Another thing that has just popped through as a fraud warning, we are going to throw to Heidi for social media, so get your questions and answer if we're letting Dan out or keeping him in. Recently, on at least 2 occasions, potential victims have received fraudulent phone calls from people claiming to be from the be Sault Ste. Marie Police Services and requesting money. The fraudsters are targeting post-secondary students. On both occasions, potential victims received calls, and the caller ID displayed the Sault Ste. Marie business line, police business line.
So some legitimacy there, sure. All right.
When the call was answered, the person on the phone fraudulently claims a warrant. Please just be advised that there are people out there making phone calls and they are not.
They're not
if
the
police are
police.
calling you and asking you for money.
I wonder, like, what is the grounds? Does it say what the ground, like, under
sorry.
what purpose are they asking for
Okay,
money?
that's a good question.
You know, like, hi, this is, Sergeant Heidi, and I need some money because I'm going to, like, Echo Bay on the weekend, and...
Okay, what says, do not share personal information with anyone.
Okay.
Remember, you are not obligated. Do not be shy about asking the person on the phone questions about why they are requesting money. Okay, it does not give that answer to your question.
Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and issue a blanket statement, suggest the police are not going to call you and ask you for money. Okay?
Oh my God. Now, if Clinton and Heidi call you, that is a serious phone call, and we would.
And I will ask you for money.
We do receive.
But I will also tell you what the money is going to be used for.
And she's not, yeah, and she will.
And then I will tell you, as municipal bylaw officer, mow your lawn.
Oh yeah, but not when those stupid things are out for the bees.
Well, no, you gotta feed the bees. They're hungry.
I gotta tell you a story in the commercial. Anyways, okay, fine. Anyways, that is posted to Police Services. Just send us over. And jokes aside, I'm sorry, I had the giggles. It's like, when you're in church, you're not allowed to laugh or something.
That's right.
That
Forbidden laughter is always the easiest. That's what George Carlin said.
Right.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
So anyway, don't give your money out. Over to you, Heidi.
Okay, social media. Well, can I do a factoid first? I feel
whatever
like
you
a piece
want.
of meat. I'm just being told to do this and told to do that. Okay. This day, September 23rd in 1969.
Oh, 69.
The Northern Star newspaper of Northern Illinois University ran a story claiming that one Paul McCartney had been killed in a car crash 3 years earlier in 1966 and had been replaced by a lookalike. So Russell Gibb of WKNR-FM in Detroit picked up on the claim, and the story went worldwide. By late October 1969, the hoax was so well entrenched that McCartney came out of seclusion at his Scottish farm to deny the story. When McCartney was asked to comment by a reporter visiting Macca's farm, he replied, "Do I look dead? I'm fit as a fiddle."
I mean,
so
some
there
of
you
the
go.
pictures are.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
All right. Social media. I'm trolling the void. In the meantime,
Good morning, Marcello.
Marcello Gulak
Marcello.
saying good morning. Good morning to you, Marcello. Thank you for continuing to pop in. And then we have, who's next, Mike?
Who's next? Faster, Michael.
Sue online.
What is this? I had a dream last night that I
had a dream last night that I bought a head of lettuce from a small store called Mama's and Papa's, but I couldn't eat it because the leaves were brown.
All the leaves are brown.
Yes. Okay, Kevin.
Tell your mom's joke.
Oh, so my mother had a joke yesterday.
Yeah.
She asked me, Heidi, how do you make a Kleenex dance? I was like, I don't know, Mom. And she goes, you put a little boogie in it.
Yes. Good one, Linda.
Yes, Mom. Okay, Kimberly. Good morning, all. I think Dan should be sprung. How will we know what's happening in the city if he is locked up, right?
Valid. Because
Yep.
yeah.
He's a man with the finger on the pulse.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah. Well,
Lucky.
what? Yeah. Okay. Enika.
Lucky girlfriend.
All the way from the Netherlands. Good Thursday morning, everyone, with a nice offering of emojis. Hey, Sandy Lacrosse. Nice to see your name, friend. I hope everything is going well for you. Good. Well, what emoji is that? The only one I'll speak to.
Is that the
sun coming up between two great huge tracks of land. Oh, I love that one. I just like rolling it off of my tongue. Fantastic. Steve Childs, GMA, HAGBF, with the coffee and rocking the horns. Good morning, all. Have a great Baby Friday. And the same to you, Steve Childs. The same to you.
Oh, Evelyn.
Evelyn McColeman, good morning to you, my beauties.
Oh.
Good morning, Evelyn.
I love your name, and I love all your comments. Yeah, Dan Gray has sent a video, so we're going to show it.
Okay. Well, we can run that at the end. Giselle Tchaikovsky. Good Baby Friday, everyone. To you as well, Giselle.
I'm just going to put my legs up.
Joseph Bertrand.
Hi,
Good
Joseph.
morning. Hello, Joseph. Always nice to see your
Do
name.
you take pictures, Joseph? Of the sky.
Oh, what else do
Well,
we
we
have
do have
here?
pictures of the sky that I took last night, if we want to.
Yeah, Debbie Wanamaker.
Oh.
Yeah, good old catch and release. Yes.
Yes.
What did we...
Well, we could apply catch and release to the hoax that we're doing on thing, but the catch and release was the shooting of the police officer because allegedly the young man who perished in that terrible incident was out on bail, and there was a part of his parole, or part of his conditions was he was not allowed to be in possession of any firearms. So, but I'm not going to comment further on that.
Yeah.
When we go out to commercial, Michael, can we show the beautiful pictures I took from my Android device? Which, by the way, thank you to the special man who gave me my Android device, because I'm really enjoying it.
Well, I'm a big fan of the Android.
Where's the pictures, Mike? Okay, what else can we fill the space with? Okay, here we go. That, yeah, not bad, right?
Beautiful.
Eat that, Dan Gray. How about you? Yeah, this is taking over my garage. But keep going, Mike. There's like a couple more. But I was heading over to the Noche Frile on Second Line, and it was just more beautiful, like as you travel. But 7:30, go check it out. But have your cameras ready and send us your pics, and we are going to a commercial break as you stare at my beautiful photo. Ha ha ha.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
First Local, supported by Maker North. 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. You are here with Colette and Heidi. We will continue with social media in a moment. I just want to hit a couple of stories. Just 2 days into the vaccination certification, declare your status mandate, we have some stories now, some fallout. I did share yesterday on the website that Carl Bonack, meteorologist of some note, certainly I can remember hearing him for as long as I was, in and around radios. At any rate, he is no longer a meteorologist. Well, maybe he's still a meteorologist. He's no longer employed. And that had to do with his
stance,
his position with regards to the mandated vaccination. So it is a very good read. It does present both sides. He's a very well-spoken individual.
Yes.
It does present both sides of the argument in a non-threatening sort of way.
He did allude to we're being bullied into getting vaccinated.
Yep, bludgeoned with fear were the words that he used. Yeah.
At the end of that article that you posted, I found it interesting because I hadn't thought about from this aspect the other ESPN reporter who typically is on the sidelines of football games is unable to do that part of her job because she didn't get vaccinated because she's trying to have a baby. Have a second child. So I never thought about that from that standpoint. What?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of like little sort of Sure. I mean, a very good friend of mine is uncertain if she is able to take her tiny son to swimming because she's still breastfeeding, and there were no studies done on that, right? So, So, and then the other thing I'm going to leave you with as well. So in Windsor, 140 unvaccinated staff have been placed on leave. For not receiving their first COVID-19 vaccine doses by a set deadline. Windsor Regional Hospital says the 140 staff members who did not receive their first shots by September 22nd now have until October 7th to do so.
Oh.
After that date, the hospital says employees who remain unvaccinated will have their jobs terminated or privileges suspended.
Oh.
So this represents approximately 4% of the hospital's workforce. A statement from the hospital says the final number of unvaccinated staff after October 7th will likely be lower because some were already set to receive their first doses this past Wednesday.
Okay.
So, you know, it's like I said, there's going to be fallout, and the conversation is going to be lengthy and difficult, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, staff in hospitals, remember, these were the people that we were thanking for going to work before there was a vaccination. So, anyway.
Okay. Are you done?
Well,
no, I meant, like, are you done? No, I don't mean it. I mean, I know you have another work thing to do. So
well, let's do, I want to do the factoid, and then we'll get through, you have some shout outs for social media.
And I have a lot of news
Mark
still.
Jordan, one of our dedicated watchers, did send a shout out for his son Sam. I am now 3 days overdue in saying happy birthday, Sam. I hope that your day was everything that it was meant to be, and it is followed by several fabulous days over the coming year. Okay, factoid number 2. September 23rd, 1989, Milli Vanilli started a 2-week run at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You. The duo's second U.S. number 1. A number 2 hit in the UK. Also today, the duo went to number 1 on the U.S. album chart with Girl, You Know It's True. Now, we do know that they did go on to be debunked as nothing more than pretty dancing lip syncers. Singers, but it did sink their careers.
Oh!
You see what I did there? Yeah.
82.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know that in university I actually wrote a paper on that?
A Milli Vanilli?
Yeah, I got a B+. It was a solid showing. My thoughts were that there had to be a contract somewhere. There's no way these guys just ripped these songs off.
They knew.
And when you did get a glimpse of the guy who wrote the songs, you could clearly see why they needed frontmen. That's all I'm going to say about that. Social media.
I was going to do the Milli Vanilli dance.
Oh. No, that's New Kids on the
It's something
Block.
like that. It's just early.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
It is.
Maybe. All right. Well, social media, Mike, you want to pop up the rest of them? I will be really quick. I can be quick.
Okay. There you go.
Well, is it going to pop up? The troll has got
Get
me.
it up, Mike.
There we go.
Giselle.
Well, before that, I've got Pauline in Echo Bay. Good day, ladies. Happy Baby Friday.
Hi, Pauline.
Nice to see your name, Pauline. Welcome back. Giselle says, get Dan out of jail. Okay.
Now, what if it was Mike? Would you want him out of jail? That's true.
Amy, Michelle, Heidi, I share your eye roll on the Christmas countdown. Thank you. I'm just trying to get through this week. Don't even,
Listen to me, my beautiful friend. I only say it because Linda, remember? Remember that story? I was in the Dominican. They're like, Linda. I'm like, for God's sakes, my name's Colette. And they're like, Linda means pretty and I'm like, oh.
Well, you've got a Colleen? What?
Colleen? Tony Mancuso.
Good morning, everyone. Have a great day. And Mark Jordan says, morning. Buddy, I'm sorry I missed the shout out to your boy. Who are you shouting out?
I don't know if we have time to do it. However, so we've got 30 seconds. Okay. I would like to shout out my cousin Nicole Britton, who turns a wonderful, beautiful age today. We'll keep that under wraps. My Denise's birthday was yesterday. My Auntie Mary and Uncle John's anniversary. And that's about it. I'm a beautiful family in Hamilton. I miss you guys so much. I'm sending love your way. I'm sending love your way. I'm picking noses your way. And I'll be back with some news in 60 seconds.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off.
Good morning. It is Thursday, September the 22nd, the 23rd. You are with Heidi and Colette on this fine day. We are going to throw to Craig one last time, but before we do, Dan has sent in video of the accident that we updated you on. Here, I hope a school bus is involved. Second Line and Cooper in the West End. Please avoid the area. We have no word on any injuries, how many people were involved. We do know 2 cars were involved in the collision, and we will bring you details as they become available. Thank you, Dan. Okay, we're going to go over to Craig, and I'm done wishing that you're going to change the forecast. I have to accept it. I accept it, but begrudgingly. What else is going on?
Well, I wish I could change the forecast for you, Colette, but I can't because it's going to be a cold day today. But you'll be happy to know that warm air is not uncommon for this area at this time of year. In 2004, it was 27.1 degrees today, but in 1948, we had a high of minus 1.7. So there can be that big fluctuation in temperatures definitely for sure. In 1989, we picked up 2.1 centimeters of snow on this date. So we're lucky. Let's take a look at your 12-hour forecast. We're seeing the clouds fill in. Those clouds are going to continue to fill in. With showers developing later on this afternoon, along with some strong northerly winds. So it's going to feel like a pretty cold, chilly day out there. And that's going to continue right into your evening and right into your Friday before we start seeing some clearing for late Friday afternoon. That's your weather right now. We'll be back at 5 o'clock with news at night. Right back to you, Colette.
Thank you very much, Mr. Huckerby. I want to move over to a story in London, Ontario. As you know, a few months ago, a family was killed. One young boy survived. This is going back to the man who was allegedly targeting and killing a Muslim family with his truck in southwestern Ontario, and has this case as of yesterday adjourned for 2 more weeks. I do feel that this has been adjourned, and I am speaking about this gentleman here, Nathaniel Veltman, 20 years old, of London. He has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of attempted murder, which is the little boy, the only survivor, and now is in care with some family members. His mother and father perished in this accident. I believe that the holdup is to do with the Terrorism Act. They are trying to charge this gentleman or this person with the Terrorism Act. One more quick update for you with regards to flights from India. Canada is lifting that ban. The federal government plans to lift a month-long ban on direct flights from India early next week with enhanced COVID-19 screening protocols in place. A statement was made on Tuesday from Transport Canada. The governing body for our federal government says that the current restrictions, which were set to expire on that same day, will be extended until the 26th of September. To roll over some numbers for you that I found interesting, in April 22nd, due to the country's surge of the Delta variant, that is why we stopped transportation from the 2 countries. On Tuesday, India reported 26,964 cases and 383 deaths, comparatively on April 22nd. We will follow that story. Yesterday, I had the honor to interview a local Saultite. We have many talented people here in Sault Ste. Marie. This is JP. He has written a book about his walk to Wawa, and it's about his father. Sault Ste. Marie has many residents who are very creative and funny, who can write and do it all, and we are talking to one of those triple threats today. Hello, JP. How are you?
I can't dance, though. I don't know what triple threat I am.
Oh, I'm sure we can get you dancing, JP.
I can't really belt out those show tunes like I used to be able to.
Well, maybe we'll get you doing that by the end of this interview. So you are JP Nathan, and you have written a book called Going to Wawa with the Old Man. And It's a great story. It is. It does reflect upon your father and his time as a doorman. Why don't you let everybody know what your book is about, what inspired you to write this, and what you feel about the end product?
Well, I think that there's a story to be told about the men and the people that have lived in this area for the last, 50 years or so. And so I wrote it a while back, and I put it up on the shelf, and I posted it published it on Amazon a while back. And some of my relatives read it, and they said, well, it's very indicative of the big guy, but I don't know how many people can relate to this. And I think that he's very much like a cross section of who's existed around here. You see the people driving dump trucks up and down the road, and you see construction workers around here. It's a blue collar town. I think a lot of people can probably relate to it. I'm going to try to get it up at the truck stops up and down Northern Ontario, up and down the highway.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
And I'm going to get up, all the like the ones that we pass when we go to Toronto, like the Nairn truck stop.
Yeah.
And and maybe the souvenir shops up and down. So I thought that it would probably fit into a place like that, and hopefully some people will pick it up and read it.
Yeah, absolutely. Once we started talking about the book itself, I thought it was a really great idea. So tell me a little bit about your dad then, as a doorman, and a little bit more about that.
Well, yeah, I was saying that in the pre-interview that the old man was a doorman at the comedy shows around here. But before that, he was one of these people. He did everything in the construction trades. He was a crane operator. He worked at the steel plant for a while. Then he was a superintendent on construction sites between here and Thunder Bay. And he did a lot of the sewer and water and reserves up north. And he did the sewer and water for White River, Ontario, and Wawa, which is what this book is about. Us heading to Wawa in a harrowing snowstorm.
Okay.
And so, that's also what it's covered in the book, is what it's like to drive on these highways. I think, a lot of people forget what the highways are like for Canada, because we fly a lot more than we used to.
Yes, true.
And, that was one thing when I did comedy shows across the country, like the comedy season has to be around Christmas time, so the drives are always harrowing.
Oh, yes.
So, and that's another part, that a lot of people around here would relate to. We don't have a lot of literature written about us around here.
No, we don't.
And I think we do have a lot of interesting stories to tell. So
for sure,
threw it off the shelf and published it.
And from a Suite. I mean, how can we not go and purchase that book? What I wanted to ask you was, why Wawa? Why did you pick Wawa as your destination?
We were heading to Wawa that day. The story is he back in the 80s he did the sewer and water for that time. Like, he was a superintendent on a job that did that. So he was they were redoing the job that he did. Like, it's been 30 years or something since the last time it was looked at.
Yeah.
So he thought he can get us a job there. It was kind of a pipe dream of his.
Okay.
So we ended up on this crazy drive. I couldn't talk him out of it. For days I spent trying to talk him out of going up there, because it was in February, not a time of year you want to be driving up to Wawa with your elderly father. And he couldn't be talked out of it. He was sort of like a Colonel Kurtz about it. He had to go.
That's
good. And he was going to go alone. So if I didn't go with him, I felt like he was going to endanger himself. But it endangered me going with him. So it's quite the drive, and it stuck out in my mind. So I wrote about it after. He passed away about a year after this. And so it had a lot more impact on, the people around us. A lot of people showed up to his funeral. He's one of these people that he got to meet a lot of people in town, because he did residential construction as well, too, right? So
wow,
and, a lot of the names around town ring out. Like the Ken Piermans and the company he worked for was from Thunder Bay. It was called LeBrun. And these people in town, the people that built the city, essentially. He did the sewer water job that connected the pipeline for the west end of the Sault out at Grocap. He did that job back in the 80s.
Wow.
So, I was going to do a podcast about construction workers.
Oh, really? And what?
At one time, when he was still around. But, so I figured, it's interesting to document, this era of blue-collar worker in this town, to be, I don't know, not that, to use general language about it. Yeah.
Well, I think it's awesome, and then we can do, and we're here to help you any way we can in order to help market and get this out to there. And go purchase his book. I'm going to definitely. I'd like to thank you for your time today, JP. My triple threat. You didn't dance. Maybe in the next interview I'll get you to dance. Have a great day.
You too.